apprentice paladin, guided by Uther, I'll show the light within. I swore an oath to protect and defend them. I'll bring honor to my father and kingdom. I love Jaina, that will never change. Nothing can make that feeling estranged. Yet duty divides what our hearts foresee. Her path to magic, mine to destiny. No other way. I know what I'm doing. Justice demands the path I'm pursuing. I see what comes. They're not capable. For my realm, I must be unbreakable. We're too late, all have been infected. This entire
Prostitution.
city must be purged. You call this cruelty, I call it reason. I must consider this an act of treason. My hand will end what you set free. I'll finish you, Morgan, it's just you and me. Brought this plague, you'll pay its worth. I will launch you to the ends of the earth. No other way. I know what I'm doing. Justice demands the path I'm pursuing. I see what comes. They're not capable. For my realm, I must be unbreakable. Behold, Muradin, our salvation, Frostmourne. How eternal answers what was scorned. The choice is mine. I'll take the stand. I'd bear any curse to save my homeland. I call out to the spirits of this place. I will give anything or pay any price. The blade tells me what must be done. The enemy won't last against Frostmourne. I heed only the voice of Frostmourne now. Its command is clear, I take the vow. Don't waste your breath, you are done. The time for my vengeance has come. No other way, the dead are assembling. Judgment is swift, the blade is commanding. I see what falls, all are replaceable. For my dominion, I am unbreakable. No other way, the dead are assembling. Judgment is swift, the blade is commanding. I see what falls, all are replaceable. For my dominion, I am unbreakable. You no longer need to bear the crown. I see what must be broken down. From the ashes shall arise a new order. I claim dominion, succeeding you, Father.
All right. The hell? Okay. I think we're all good. Let me just make sure. Yeah, okay, we're good. Let me spread the word now. Okay. Excuse me. Alright, where's my model? There it is. Okay. Alright. What's up, people? It's your boy Dark. We here. We back. I'm a little bit of multitasking, but don't worry about that. And we're going to work on more freaking counterside as we continue to go and try to get Act 3 of Swan Song done, which I'm liking the lore with this. I'm not gonna lie. I really do like the lore with this stuff. And we'll see how far we can get into this today, but like I said, the minimal goal is to try and get at least this next act done. And then all we got is one more act after that, and then we're done, and then we can move on to the next thing I haven't done yet. Anyway, so let me see here. We're going back and forth between Swan's backstory and the setup that she's doing in order to do the evil, crazy shit she's been doing in episode 11. So it is fascinating to hear and fascinating to see how all the buildup is and all her behind the scenes shenanigan plans and shit. So we will see how things go from here. Because also, with the past life, it seems like she teams up with the equivalent of Sherlock Holmes. And tries to solve the equivalent of Jack the Ripper. Only it's tied in with, you know, counters and all that shit. But anyway. Let me expand this just a little bit. So it's a little easier to view. How's that look on the thing? That's perfect. Alright. Okay, so we begin going back with her at 17, which... Or 14, or whatever the fuck we established her age was. Which I laugh at hysterically. I'm like, she was that flat, then she became this busty, so I'm like, either courtesans are a bitch, which they are, or she had a hell of a growth spurt a little later. October 1st, 1888, London, at the Misconnach University. This is today's newspaper. It seems that the Revenger disposed of another offering last night. Killing 2 in an hour on a street filled with police. It's unbelievable. Yep. Like I said, fucking... Oh, Moriarty, right. Magnum opus. This has become the Midnight Killer. That is because the Midnight Killer is my final masterpiece. Don't worry about her. If there's anything to be concerned about, it should be that man. By that man, you mean... Long time no see, my nemesis. How strange seeing you in London. I heard you were supposed to be in France. Of course. Are you involved in this case as I suspect you are? I'm sure you know better than I do why I'm in London while hiding my identity. Professor Moriarty. Even the case in France must have been a difficult one to crack like this one. Who knew he'd create a ridiculous false identity and prioritize here? That would mean that he found the person he's been searching for. Should I take care of him, sir? Even so, it will change nothing. No matter how talented he might be, he's still a lonely detective. And he can't solve everything on his own. That man's opposition is London. No, it is all the unknowns that exist in this world. Yep, mysteries just waiting to be solved and shit like that. Colonel, take out a pen and paper and write down what I'm about to say. You're thinking of sending another statement? Yes. With the last sacrifice left, madness is encroaching London in the form of a thick fog. The strange and incomprehensible case will be given a name under the symbol of the Midnight Killer. The power that comes from the unconscious of the ignorant public will be united as one. With that, this insignificant reality can be changed. Also, summoning the divine being from the outside world, and finally bringing about the Golden Dawn would become possible. The statement is a sublime ritual. All rationale will break down and become the catalyst that ignites the fuse of madness. It would be best to disguise my handwriting. I will write it with my left hand. How shall I start it? Hasn't it already been decided? From the pits of hell. That is the address of London and where we are now. October 2nd, 1888, London in the Plaza. The Midnight Killer sent another statement. Did he now? Did he really? He also sent a body part of one of the mutilated victims as evidence. Oh, fun. Well, I caused all the fuss over some dirty witches no one cares about. Good riddance, they're all dead. If they were left out on the streets, they would have turned into monsters and harmed people. Wait, what if the royal family hired the Midnight Killer to reduce the number of superstitions? Supernaturals, I mean. That makes sense. Those parasites that waste the monastones, better than dying here. You. Did you just call them parasites? How could you say something like that? What did our children do wrong? We're victims too! Put that knife away, you're crazy! Then, do you think you're human? The proof is how their special powers are slowly turning them into monsters. Then, what about you? How do you know you'll never get a mark someday? Shut up, you bitch! And stabbed. Man, we got people just shanking each other in the fucking streets now. Pandemonium, goddamn. It's a murder. Quick, someone come quick and stop it. Stop what? Kill this filthy witch first. And we got Pandemonium. Fun. October 7th, 1888, London Back Alley. Okay. Something's happening. I killed her. She's dead. Stupid police. I sent countless letters saying that I was the real Midnight Killer. But they ignore me? I'll make you sorry. I'll prove that I'm the true Midnight Killer starting now. How fun, copycat killers and all this other shit. October 15th, 1888, Buckingham Palace. Hurry, it's a riot. The Supernaturals have started a riot. Don't let those bastards set foot in the palace. Why would they raid the palace? You dogs of the crown! Try and shoot me. Being killed by the Queen or slaughtered by the Midnight Killer, it's all the same to me! I have that sinful Queen kneel at the guillotine myself! Magnum opus! This is a revolution! Brothers, rise up! Oh, fun. The rioters have started to use their special powers! Normal bullets won't do! Permission to use I permit the use of mana bullets for all officers! Shoot them all! Stop the rioters! Man, pandemonium, goddamn. That went to hell real quick. Meanwhile, at the Royal Opera House... Wait, why are you doing this? Our theater did nothing wrong! Did nothing wrong? Don't make me laugh! You've been deceiving the audience with your special powers and aided in hiding a witch! A witch? Are you talking about the supernaturals? Yeah! I'm talking about Swan Claire! Swan? What are you talking about? Swan's a supernatural? Shut it! If you don't bring her to me right now, I'm gonna burn this place to the ground! Please don't. That child is our opera house's... Hey, was it necessary to kill him? I don't think he was a supernatural. I didn't think he died from that. Whatever. Doesn't change the fact that these idiots aided a witch. Oi! Set the stage on fire! Even a witch has to crawl out of there. She doesn't want to be burnt to a crisp. Magnum opus! Everything according to the will of the Midnight Savior! Save Midnight Savior, we're calling him now. Fun! God damn it. The stage is on fire? Wake up, Swan. I understand how you feel, but we gotta hurry. We don't know what they'll do to you if they'll catch you. Obviously, they'll fucking kill her, duh. She's over here! I found Swan! That filthy supernatural, get her! I can't believe it. Everything I did to build my career is just gone. After solving countless cases, there's one thing I've came to realize. And that is, within the invisible threads of destiny, our fates are actually intertwined by a bright red thread. The things that seem unrelated at first glance get tangled together to create an event. You said it yourself. This world will continue to be fine even if London's Paul go missing. Do you really think the Midnight Killer's murders have nothing to do with you? Are you absolutely sure of this? Maybe that man was... This way, quickly! You might have bought some time for now, but they'll eventually catch you if you stay here. I need to come up with a plan. Are you alright, Swan? Are you hurt anywhere? Why? Even that night, and even now. Why are you helping me? What do you mean, why? It's because you have nothing to do with this. Those people are after me, because I'm a supernatural. Didn't you say you were jealous of me being London's beloved prima donna? That you wanted to stand on the stage? Or that you wanted to be pretty and talented as me? But this is who I am, a supernatural that all of you so much despise. I'm a witch that might turn into a monster at any time without mana stones. Swan, in truth, I never worked hard in my life. Whether I liked it or not, I couldn't get the script, song, or acting out of my head. Will an ordinary person like you understand what that's like? I've been lying from the beginning. Because I wasn't confident that I wouldn't get... Because I was confident I wouldn't get caught. But now that I have, it's all meaningless. Over here! The Witch Swan Claire's in this room! Yeah. Maybe this is my karma coming back at me. A supernatural who sneers and ignores the hard work the other actors made to be on stage. This might be the price I pay for pretending to be elegant and noble, and acting like a graceful swan. You really don't know how to be honest, do you? What? Do you know how long I've been your personal staff? I've been watching you up close all this time, so I know. I know how you struggle alone behind the stage when no one pays attention. Didn't you just hear what I said? I told you I'm a supernatural. I never made an effort. Of course, your efforts might be a little different from that of ordinary people. But the fact that you get up on stage like this is enough proof to show You worked hard in your own way, no? So there's no need to keep denying yourself. Swan, I also have a secret that I never told you. A secret? I had a sister. Although we weren't related by blood, if she was alive, she'd be about your age. She was also a supernatural, so I know how this rotten city treats people like her. Mary. When she was alive, I didn't do anything for her. I just treated her harshly. So even if it's instead of her, let me help you, Swan Claire. Wait, is that... I heard some inside. She must be scheming something inside. Break down the door. Beat the witch to death. Fucking people. Stop it, Mary Jane. This has nothing to do with you. I never thought of you as an equal, so there's no reason for you to help me. I deceived and used you all this time. I won't accept this. I've never been indebted to anyone all this time. You're so upset by me. You're upsetting me by saying this has nothing to do with me. I'm your personal staff, and you're the prima donna that represents our theater. What? Call it deceiving or fraud. I really don't care. Because you're always shining so brightly up on the stage. Yes, you are a literal swan. So please, Swan, the stage doesn't have to be London. No matter when or where you are, don't give up and get on stage. So, you see... Oh, God damn it. Before I'm your staff, I'm also your fan. Over there! Swan Claire is running away! Don't let her escape. Go after her! That robe is definitely from the Golden Dot. Shh. Lower your voice, Swan. Alberline? Yes, I'm here, so rest assured. It's going to be alright. Where have you been all this time? You didn't even come to the theater! Did you say your job was solving cases? How can a gentleman not keep his word? Do you know what happened in London during the fortnight you were gone? Well, don't just stand there and say something, huh? Alberline, why did you fall down all of a sudden? Are you messing with me again? Do you take me for a fool? I'm not falling for that again. You're sweating. Are you alright? I'm fine. My meds just wore off, that's all. Meds? There's a place we must go right now. I'll tell you more about my situation after we arrive there. Place we must go? Let's see. Shardade was a battleground during the Great Purification War. Now it is the most stable of the administration direct control cities that were built on the 6 grand dimensional crevices. Yes, the counter side effect occurs from time to time. Excuse me. Also, that was fucking beautiful. Anyway. We're gonna go with... Orca. Because Orca's fucking cool. Oh god, what the fuck's that backlash? Dragon Boy in the back. Hold on, I'm getting a call here. Hello? What's up? Okay, you?
Did you hear anything?
Not yet, though. I only know their therapy started like 40-ish minutes ago, so I'm assuming I'm gonna hear something after that.
40 minutes ago, you said?
Yeah, she did say it started at 11.
Uh-huh.
So,
Have you heard from Jeremy?
no.
Have you heard from Jeremy?
No, I have not.
Okay. Alright, I have to go back in. I'm on lunch right now.
I figured.
I said, let me call you.
Alright,
I'm
yeah.
also going back to the springs. Tanya. Oh my god. She was going to the doctor yesterday, so.
Okay. I'm good, and besides, I already saw that. No, I'm good right now, though. I'm just saying I spotted it earlier. I'm not eating anything right now because I'm not hungry. No. That's just the phone. Yeah, I'm assuming I'm not going to hear anything till at least noon. Because therapy usually takes at least an hour. So. Alright. See you later then. Love you, bye. Okay. That's just some shit that's going on in the background. Don't worry about that. Anyway. The thing restarted. Oh well. Okay. Back to this. 15 days later. Administration Direct Control City, Shardade. We almost arrived at the destination you requested. Have a date in place like this and having a date like this in broad daylight. That's some questionable tastes you have there. Well, it's not a date. I'm sorry if I caused a misunderstanding, boss. It's alright with me. Anyway, who's this person you wanted to introduce me to? Hello, Mr. Brown. I see you came here with your friend again. To see your friend again, malign Skeiner. Having a colleague who visits every day, I'm sure he wouldn't be lonely. But who's this gentleman next to you? Oh, this is my boss. So, you're the rumored coach of the Canary Squad. Never imagined that I'd see you in person. I heard you defeated all the powerful teams in Shardade. I'm flattered. Thank you for cheering us on. Seems I've taken too much of your time. Here's your cemetery visitor pass. It's because the security around here recently hasn't been so good. Thank you, Mr. Brown. Then I think it's time to prepare for the next one. We'll meet again soon, Administrator. Is that fucking Swan? This is an announcement from Shardade's management. Shit's hitting the fan. It's very bad. Currently, corruption ray levels are rising rapidly in some areas of the city. Given the current trend, the acute corruption alert might be issued soon. Damn it! Counter-side effect in the middle of Charlotte. Hurry! The safety of the citizens is our top priority! CSE levels are rising sporadically and rapidly in the area. Category 3 has also been cited. We can't cover all the areas with this many troops. Have you contacted Osmodius yet? Well, I tried, but I knew it. I knew it. First call the task force that's in charge of protecting this area and... No, that won't be necessary. Huh? Huh? What are you staring at? It's not the first time you've seen me, is it? Miss Osmodius? This is disappointing. Did you think I'd ignore a call after a night of drinking? No, that's not. I'm still Shardade's official grade S counter. And as the most honorable person of the city, I wouldn't turn a blind eye to my duties, right? I don't know. Yes, ma'am! It's been a long time since the last anti-corruption warfare during the... It's been a long time since the last corruption warfare during the granola incident, right? With the finals just around the corner, it wouldn't be a bad idea to warm up in advance, right? Now then, where's the stage I'll be heading in? I'll be starring in. Yeah, there we go. Right in front of you, Miss Osmodeus. Request came from the observatory. The category 3 seemed to have appeared in the area. Category 3 is a clinch. I'll be back in no time. You take care of the grunts here. You'll be in the way of being within range of my whip sword anyway. Yes, ma'am! That's odd. What's gone into her? She would normally come when everything's finished and just put her name on the report. I think I know why, sir. Did you see the recent match? Miss Osmodeus made a surprise appearance at the last minute. There was a girl who reflected the champion's whip sword, and I think that provoked her. That's a possibility. Easy. The identity of an official grade S counter sure is convenient. Oh, you're fucking Swan. I'd be able to go anywhere under the pretext of protecting the city whenever a counter side effect occurs. And this will be the 5th one. Now, the only remaining grand dimensional crevice will be in Lotus. Hey, what's up, Geltier? How you doing? Before I say goodbye to Charlottade, I must take care of all loose ends. Which one? You have to be more specific. Alright. Oh, Richard? Yeah, it's kind of interesting how they have Richard the Lionheart there, because that version of him is more the Legends version of him rather than the historic version of him. Because the historic version of him, yeah, he's charismatic, but he's a stubborn asshole too. Just his history in the Crusades, fighting against Saladin. There's, like I said, he's a stubborn asshole. He's a great guy, but he's a stubborn asshole. And like, not like in the, not quite in the dick sort of way, but like he's so fucking stubborn, shit ain't gonna stop him type way. There is an instance where one of the first battles, he fights in the Holy Land, and he was like part of the coalition army that went there at the start. He fell sick, and they're marching through this area, and then they set up camp and shit, and Saladin launches a surprise attack on the camp, but he's so sick he can't fucking stand up straight, but he's stubbornly pissed because he doesn't want the other Crusade leaders taking all the credit for helping to fight off this battle, this ambush, so he tells his men, get him on a stretcher, give him a crossbow, so we have this sick man who can't fucking stand up properly shooting a fucking crossbow at people while he's dead sick. Because he just doesn't want these other people to have the credit. So I'm laughing at the image of that. Just fucking Richard, sick as a dog, crossbow in his hand, just firing, laying down at fucking Saracens and shit. Oh, because he's like, fuck those people. I don't want them taking all the credit. He has a very interesting relationship with Saladin, too. The two actually really respected each other. There's, the constant back and forth they had. I mean, he did asshole shit, too. Like, there was instances during this one siege of, I forgot what particular city, but, they were trying to negotiate with each other over it, and, Saladin had a bunch of, like, Crusader prisoners and shit, and, Richard had a few prisoners of their own, so are these his real lore or his fate lore too? No, this is his real shit. I don't know much about the legend stuff, which is, again, what the Saber version of him is based off of, because apparently he has Excalibur in his Legends version. I have no fucking idea on the context, but apparently the sword he has is Excalibur. Apparently. But what era is he in? 12th century? I believe early 12th century. If I recall correctly, it was like around like the 4th Crusade. He was the fucking person spearheading that 3rd or 4th Crusade, one or the other. But, yeah, there was an instance where, like I said, when they're talking between him and Saladin, because Saladin was threatening to, like, kill these prisoners if they didn't drop the siege, and, Richard was like, okay, bet. And when Saladin executes all the prisoners, Richard gets pissed and he kills all his fucking prisoners in response, too. So, like I said, they both do dick things. So there's like back and forth instances between the two of them, but there's an instance later where Richard, I don't know how much time passed when he's in the Holy Land fighting back and forth against Saladin, but there's a story where Richard gets so fucking sick he's likely to die. And Saladin hears this. And he's appalled that a rival like this would die from natural causes before they have a chance to settle things. So he sends his own personal doctor to tend to Richard's needs. And they recover. And there's constant letters between them back and forth where they're really respectful towards each other and really familiar and shit like this. So it's interesting as hell, the dynamic between these two. It's thanks to this attitude that Saladin got basically like romanticized in the Western world, where up until then everyone in the Western world, you know, you're a Muslim, you're a fucking devil basically, where they're hearing stories about Saladin and how chivalrous and shit he is, and they're just like, you know, that guy's fucking cool. Like I said, the dynamic between the two of them is so fucking fascinating. But I just know, like I said, Richard the stubborn asshole, he likes to lead from the front a lot, too. There's a lot of instances where he's like that. Not that that isn't uncommon for the time, but he's especially like that. And like I said, just the story of him, like, fucking sick as a dog shooting a crossbow, like, on a fucking stretcher. Fucking hilarious. But he's a clever guy. He was a pretty back and forth match for Saladin, and Saladin was a fucking powerhouse during the time. He fucking took everything the Crusaders got thrown at him. The only other person that was even with him was Baldwin IV, aka the Leopard King, who was the King of Jerusalem. That was like during the early times where Saladin rose to power and was checking the fucking Crusader powers at the time. Baldwin was the one who kept him back until he died because leprosy's a bitch. And then that's when freaking Richard had to come in. Did they leave back these stories like through text because I find it crazy to discover it happened long ago? Oh, I mean, it is recorded. There's during the time, you know, it's very much recorded. That's kind of the whole chronicler bullshit's about. Literally, I don't remember exactly when it started, but that's kind of the point of the whole chroniclers and shit, because all these different monarchs and people of power want their deeds and shit written down for future generations to admire the work they did. Is some of the fucking shit written down exaggerated to the point of ridiculousness? Fuck yes it is. That's just how it is. But that's the whole thing. That's kind of just the biasy that happens, where you need to downplay your enemies and fucking hype up yourself, but it gets a little bit better depending on the sources. But that's the whole point. They just want to leave this shit for future generations to know of the deeds that happened in the past and admire them and shit like that. In general, that's how it is. In the past are smarter than a lot of people today. Yes and no. Yes and no. In certain fields, no. In other ways, yes. That's why I'm like, it's a back and forth. Now, if the average person today can survive in the fucking past generations, fuck no. The majority of them would die immediately. Not just because people don't know how to fucking survive in the wilderness and shit, just the sheer amount of fucking diseases alone. But ignoring that latter part, yeah, I'm pretty sure the majority of people can't live without their fucking cell phone in their fucking hand these days anyway. So yes. In terms of survivability and street smarts, a lot of people in the past were a lot fucking smarter than the people of the present day. No fucking question. Which is honestly both sad and hilarious at the same time. Anyway, you two okay back there? I think mandatory military time like other... I mean, I think that would help with a lot of discipline issues and shit. It'd be useful to... I mean, yeah, there's always skills you can learn from that shit. Plus, again, I think just the disciplinary issues alone would help a lot. I can't believe I got my client exposed to an explosion. I feel so ashamed. So ashamed to call myself an explosive expert. I'm okay. Thank you for saving us, Miss Cho-wan. They blocked off our route with a corruption wedge, as if they were waiting for us. It's not their normal behavior. Then, are you saying they're after us? Possibly. Looks like we have more bad news. The CSE level of this area is rising rapidly. Multiple Category 3 CO signals. They're coming right at us. End up like the wheat stereotype. Alright, Geltier. Yeah, shower is important. You don't do it daily. Like most people. We're done for. Yeah, I don't think so. Are you both unharmed? Yes, I think I'm good. But that's odd. The CSE level suddenly returned to normal. And the COs we just saw a second ago, they're all gone. Can't even find the corrupted reg. How's this possible? Magic powers. CSC level stabilizing. Lifting the corruption alert. To all agents in the field, good work. Phew. Is it over now? Can't believe the CSA level went up to 3 in a stabilized city like Charlotte. What's going to happen next? Category 5. Huh? I came here as fast as I could, but the alert's already lifted. Guess I'll get another earful from Richard again. Thank you for your hard work, ma'am. We couldn't have handled the situation without you, Miss Osmodius. Huh? What? What? Didn't you just return from resolving the Category 3 from the Grand Dimensional Crevice? Of course! How did you know? I'm the most honorable person in the city. It's my duty to serve. Huh? Now, let's skip over the trivial stuff. Please put my name in the report, okay? Without it, Richard will nag at me. Then, I gotta go back to my shopping. Bye! Fucking Osmodius. Fucking Osmodius. This fucking bitch. Some don't add up there, soldier be thinking. Please show mercy. At least spare my child, please. No. We received reports that the corruption away has stopped. What happened, CO? Didn't you say you could intentionally manipulate the counterside effect? Something cut off the connection. Someone interfering. I will try again. Coming up with excuses like a human. You just had to learn that, didn't you? But what is done is done. Handle it better next time. Wait. What? There was a witness. One of you I killed. What do I do? What do you do? Scum you find in the sewers are garbage that are not even third-grade citizens. Don't bother me with trivial matters and wait for my next call. The role you'll be taking on is the Hermit. You'll be tasked with infiltrating human society. Hermit. Fucking mucus. Anyway. Throughout all of history, human development has been driven by competition. That is why they fear COs, but they also want to obtain your powers. Replacers did it as the Replacers did in the past, and now the Northern Union. No, it's those in power who think this way. If you use that desire appropriately, you will also easily obtain what you want. I desire possibilities I do not have. Yes, I'll prepare that stage for you. Thus, when the opportunity arises, take it and cause a counterside effect near the Chardade's Grand Dimensional Crevice, so that I'll be able to enter it. I understand. Humans all act on profit. Even that man and that woman. Swan, even Swan Claire. For profit, kill, even own kind. No idea what happened to the kid. May or may not be there, may or may not be dead. Who the fuck knows? Back to the old world. The world is connected by invisible threads. October 15th, 1888, London, 21st Baker Street. Oh, we even have the reference to this is actually this world Sherlock Holmes. That is fucking grand. Let's go. We've arrived. It's been a long time since I had a guest. Please make yourself at home. Where are we? In my old hideout. No one will be on our tail while we're here. I used a Curcio to hide people's perception. To ordinary people, this place will look like an ordinary boarding home. Hinder people's perceptions? Where'd you find a Curio that potent? It may not be up to your level, but I'm also rather popular. But only by criminals who want me dead, of course. I don't think that's something to be proud of. Anyway, Swan, could you bring me my medicine and syringe in the second drawer of the closet? I'm at my limit right now. Is this it? Yes, thank you. Thankfully, there's still some left. Phew. What is that? Doesn't look like ordinary medicine. It's a concoction made of refined mana stones and high purity stimulants. Years ago, an old friend of mine made it before leaving this place. Without it, I'm unable to function normally now. What? And you're just revealing you're a supernatural too, huh? Perhaps it is. But please forgive my rudeness. My time is running out. And that's what you mean by your time running out is... Well, it's like an occupational hazard that I got from solving various cases. The royal family is controlling the information, so the public doesn't know about it yet. The royal doctors seem to call this the corruption syndrome. Oh, fun. Okay, so that's what that is. He's got corruption syndrome. Hooray. Corruption syndrome? I've heard of that before. The corruption syndrome is incurable. Why are you acting like it's nothing? And then, you were going around solving these cases in that state? When it wouldn't be strange if you died right now, even after taking that suspicious medicine? Are you mad? You're going to die if you keep this up. This is unexpected. Are you worrying about me right now? And here I thought you hated me. I do hate you. I hate that attitude of yours. Why are you trying to interfere with people's lives that have nothing to do with you? What do you get out of being noisy? Wealth? Fame? If it's not those two... Relationships. Relationships? Didn't I say, Swan? It's that within the invisible threads of destiny, our fates are actually intertwined by a bright red thread. The things that seem unrelated at first glance, they get tangled together to create an event. Relationships are the same. Even if my good deeds seem meaningless now, no one knows how it will change in the future. I guess that's a way to put it. Haven't you ever had an experience like that before? It's a ticket. I heard these tickets to Swan's performances can be sold at absurd prices. Are you sure? I don't know a thing about opera. Doesn't matter. Performances might be all about what you've seen here, but ultimately, it's all about what you feel in your heart. Are you sure I can have this ticket? It's an expensive one. And there's nothing I can do for you. What are you talking about? You printed this lovely portrait of me. You said that your sister wanted to see my show. It'd be an honor if you both come and see it. For only when there's an audience can there be an actress. No matter how skilled one is as a problem solver, one cannot solve everything on one's own. That's especially true for a counseling detective like me with no organizational support such as the police. That is why I help people and build relationships. The relationships we made in the past will undoubtedly become helpful in solving other cases in the future. I often think about this. In the end, the world is connected by invisible threads, I think. So, thinking about it backwards and how to change the world, there's only one thing an individual can do. And that is not to neglect the relationship one creates with others. That's a reasonable way to think about it. And as one builds relationships one after the other, the good deeds that one gives will accumulate. Perhaps he really changed the world. That really is an interesting perspective. How Mary decided to be a decoy. Then, what about you? You put your nose in everyone's business and your body's in complete tatters. But who's going to help you? I don't know. But didn't I say, it's my job to solve mysteries? I chose this because it's something I really want to do. I'm prepared to accept any outcome if it is for the public good. Whew. Alright. Chatting with you seems to clear my head a little bit. Then, shall I listen to yours before my condition worsens? According to my information, you're the one who saw the Midnight Killer's fourth murder scene. Can you elaborate about that day? Okay. Goddamn mucus. I see. A knight in black armor appeared on the scene, you say. It matches with the previous testimony, but that black armor is not the Midnight Killer. What do you mean? I saw it with my own eyes. It was definitely a monster. The Midnight Killer wasn't human. Always think rationally, Swan. It doesn't matter if it's a human or a monster. What's important is the murderer's weapon. Yeah, can't forget about that. The murder weapon? Excluding the fourth victim, who was beheaded, all the other corpses were mutilated by a sharp blade. You said that the black armor was carrying a large sword, right? But being slashed by a sword that size will not just mutilate a part of a corpse. You're right. Also, wearing full body armor will make it difficult to precisely cut out the marks. In conclusion, it is unreasonable to assume that the black armor is the Midnight Killer. Then what about the messages left behind at the scenes? What about them? Messages, you say? The third victim, Lisa Shroud, 29 years old, born on December 3rd. Her thigh was mutilated. The message at the scene said, "Pass the third ordeal, for she will become like tin that does not rust." The fourth victim, Katie Wood, 15 years old, born on April 25th. Her head and voice box were mutilated. The message says, "Pass the fourth ordeal, for she will become iron-heated in flame." Of course, I have figured out the metaphors of the messages and their relations to the victims. I believe that the next murder will be the Midnight Killer's last. What? When did you... I have a guess as to whom the Midnight Killer might actually be. You're saying you know who the Midnight Killer is? Then what are you doing here? We must find the culprit. No, It won't be that easy. For this case, identifying the killer is of little significance, because my old nemesis seems to be involved in this case. Your nemesis? Have you ever heard of Professor Moriarty? Not at all. Who is he? He is like the Napoleon of... He's like the Napoleon of the crime world. That's so fucking funny that the professor's fucking Moriarty, too. I mean, I assume so, considering the name shared, but he's the same fucking Moriarty from fucking Shakespeare's shit. God damn it. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I probably should say that. That's so fucking funny, though. He is responsible for half of the cases that happened in London. And all of the undisclosed cases. He doesn't take action himself. He acts as a consultant to criminals. Yes, the Shadow incident that happened a few years ago, as well as the Midnight Killers case. Professor Moriarty was the one behind them all. 2 weeks ago, I met him and realized that he was behind it all. So I did some digging around and discovered that he's a member of some religious group. And that group is the Golden Dawn. The Golden Dawn? I know them. They were gathering hundreds of followers with their Mana Stone manufacturing. With my investigation, I was able to figure out their location, the members of their members, their doctrine, as well as their method of manufacturing and distributing of Mana Stones. So, that's why I haven't seen you all this time. However, it seems that the professor took the initiative while I was away. Cleverly using the cultists hidden all throughout London, he's putting the citizens in confusion. As a result, you are exposed to the dangers. I don't know what to say, but I'm sorry. The most important part of this case isn't who the Midnight Killer is. It's that we prevent them from finishing their ritual. That must be the ritual to summon something into this world you mentioned before. I'm grateful for you trusting in me after all. Correct. We must find and protect the killer's target before he gets to her first. This case is not some strange or mysterious phenomenon. It can be solved with reason, and prove to the public there's a human behind it. This will make the collective unconsciousness, united by the negative symbol known as the Midnight Killer, lose its pivot. God damn it. This mucus is so terrible. Anyway, in the end, the ritual will fail. I'm not sure if I fully understand, but all we have to do is find the next victim first, right? The next victim will be the heart. In other words, a supernatural with a mark on her chest. Interesting. And who's that gonna be? It's also interesting, too, they have this stuff where it's like... when it comes to, like, counters and shit, their mark doesn't necessarily have to be, like, a clock, quote-unquote. But it could also be, apparently, random fucking birthmarks. However, God damn it. This information alone is insufficient. Scotland Yard will do their best, but it will be difficult to get the timing right. The Supernaturals distrust the government, so exposing any voluntary cooperation will be difficult. The fastest way will be to infiltrate the Golden Dawn and obtain the list of their members. But that also comes with a considerable risk. So, it's my photo? You're giving it back to me at this moment? Yes. You've done your job, so stay here until the case is over. This is my job. I'll investigate the case on my own from here on out. You gotta be joking me! Swan, how much more are you going to underestimate me? Do you think I'll be thrilled to get the photo back this way? They stole my stage from me. Do you think I, as the prima donna, will just sit back and watch? Until I get back my stage. I won't give up. This is the only way of repaying my fans who have supported me this far. So, keep the photo until this is all done, Alberline. Because now, this isn't just your case. A week later, October 25th, 1888, the Golden Dawn Underground Temple. But wait, isn't there still like a riots and shit going on above ground? Like, seriously? Magnum Opus. I knew you would return, sister. Do I really get mana stones just for joining? Of course. Now come, this way, please. According to the intelligence, they make new recruits participate in a ritual before accompanying them. Our plan is to wait for that moment and arrest them and get our hands on the list. Participate in a ritual? What kind of ritual is it? What kind of ritual is it? Magnum Opus. It is the process of creating mana stones, so to speak. Magnum Opus, huh? Keep saying that word. I feel like this is this universe, this reality's version of the fucking Lake of Knowledge cult people. That's what this Golden Dawn shit really fucking symbolizes to me. I remember hearing that word. Magnum Opus. The alchemy of transmuting mana stones. The processes Najiro, Albedo, and Roberto. I'm not sure what those mean, however. Magnum Opus means the last great work. In alchemy, it is used to mean the entire process of transmuting metal into gold. On the other hand, it also refers to technology of turning human soul into an immortal being. Is that so? Interesting. Turning human soul immortal? How the hell do you do that? But the ritual they are doing is far from alchemy. They are merely exploiting the ugly truth of this world. You have come, Philosophus. Magnum Opus, and with you a new sister. Wait, why are the people behind you tied? What's going on here? You look tied up, haggard as if they haven't eaten for a while. No need to worry about that. That is Nagerda, the process of blackening. It is the first process to undergo a transformation of unworthiness to meaningfulness. Process? First they kidnap people from the London slums and imprison them somewhere in the temple. Like you said, it isn't a big problem for the city if a few people from the slums go missing. Sorry, just give me a sec here. I'm kinda felt the yawn coming. Oh, shit. Alright. The Golden Dawn's temple is located near the river where the fog is thickest in all of London. Clever place to hide. At least when they least expect it, you gotta love the fog hideouts. Oh, god damn it. Alright. They expose the kidnapped people to the fog and do not allow them to eat or sleep. Do you know what happens to people who have been exposed to the fog for too long in such an extreme situation? The corruption syndrome turns their bodies black, and they eventually become monsters. Their bodies turn black, and then they turn into monsters? That can't be. Yes, to them, this is Nagredio, the process of blackening. In other words, they turn humans into monsters and harvest the mana stones from them. This is the reality of their so-called alchemy. This place is the room of Albedo. Here we purify all the Nagaros who have turned black with sin. Through this, their soul will be merged as one with God, becoming an immortal gemstone, thus reaching Roberto. I see. So Albedo is the state when they become a CEO, huh? Hold on, something doesn't sound right. Even ordinary humans who are not supernaturals become monsters when exposed to the fog? Yes. Corruption syndrome, bitch. That's how that works. The misconception that only supernaturals become monsters is a misunderstanding due to London's shadow incident. Where do you think the monsters outside the kingdom have come from in the first place? What do you think our soldiers are fighting against at the border? And the monsters are actually... Decades ago, after the discovery of Mana Stone, the world began to slowly become corrupted by the fog. It has come to the point where the sun cannot even be seen during the day in a city. Even now, the fog is harmful to humans. But if it gets any thicker, it will cause more problems. Have you ever even thought why the people of London started hating each other over seemingly trivial reasons? Ordinary humans and supernaturals alike. Even you and I are not the exception. Humans exposed to the fog's madness lose rationality and gradually transform into monsters. If we continue to turn a blind eye to their atrocities, we will only get closer to the critical point. In the end, the fog will consume everything in this world. Corruption rays, bitch! Corruption rays. Gotta love it. Magnum opus. With the introduction process, all the introduction process is complete. Introduction process, huh? I mean, yeah, that's certainly an introduction, alright. My fucking yawning needs to not. Okay. Then, can I get the mana? Now can I get the mana stones? Of course. Instead, you must never disclose what you saw today to others. Why would I want to do that? Now, please fill out this list. Write down your name and the name and birthday of the child who will use the Manstones, sister. The child's birthday? That's strange. Why write down birthdays? Which is because numbers have had mythical powers since ancient times. But just understanding the constellation of our followers, we're able to predict things more than we think. The constellations, huh? Sister, are you hesitating to join? Will it be okay if I thought about this a little longer? I still have my faith in the child. Magnum opus. Take your time, for the path to salvation is... No, that will not be allowed. I figured it was about time for the man who has been investigating me to make a move. But this is unexpected. I thought he would come himself and not send a proxy. But, Magister Temple, what brings you here? You are? I applaud your acting, but all the information about what's happening in London is in the palm of my hand. For instance, the church you are impersonating no longer exists on the London map. Huh. He's a smart motherfucker. It collapsed after being caught up in a riot a few days ago. So, who are you? Are you the actress that comes to my mind right away? I'm very curious. Who are you to that man? If you die, what kind of expression will he make? Let's find out, Colonel. Yes, sir. The 12th card of Major The 12th card of the Major Akranda, the Hanging Man. It means sacrifice and loss. Alright, what am I fighting? Harvester. Interesting. Okay, who am I fighting? Him. Swan, huh? Okay. Interesting development. Shit. My yawning is a stupid and atrocious thing. That's usually... Right, I gotta change that at some point. That dress is still fucking fine, I tell you. That dress is fine, oh fine. Great work, Miss Swan. We're almost done with the shoot. The script was really thrilling until the end. Even the viewer's reaction is great. The director and the sponsors are already talking about making another season, didn't you know? The next season. Well, I don't know anything about that. There is no next season. The ending of the script has been decided a long time ago. It ends with the main character, the detective, dying with his nemesis. What? What do you mean? You're going to kill off the main characters? Our viewers won't like that. No. Besides that, then what about the contract with their sponsor? If you end it like that, they're going to ask for a huge settlement. So the director decided all this behind my back. I see. No matter, I have no interest in a contract that happened when I wasn't present. Go and tell this to the director. The script for next week's filming will be the last episode of the series. Afterwards, I will stop all work and take a break. What? And the title of this last episode, the final problem should be appropriate. So they're literally making a Sherlock Holmes movie? That's fucking funny. A few days later... Administration Direct Control City, Charlotte Gauntlet League Semifinals. The clock's ticking! But the Canary Squad can't seem to find a chance to attack. Factory's defense is impenetrable. Will Canary be able to turn the tides? Yeah. Defense team is OP. It's gonna be difficult. No, I bet everything on Canary this time. It's a shame to end it here. Yep, alright. This seems good enough. Noelle, buy me some time, will ya? I'll try to create an opening for attack. Huh? Okay, I can do that. Where do you think you're going? Now you're gonna have to pay the toll with your arm! Now, Mr. Great S Cleaning Agent? That's one way to put it. Awesome, Noelle! Great timing! Nice timing! And here comes Overhaul. You're like a snake squirming away, aren't you? But all that ends now. Roy, run! Thanks, little kitten. That's a little crazy. Strange. What is that shield? It seems to disperse the boost hammer's impact. Do you think I'm that stupid enough to tell you? You're pretty tough for a kid. Think I laid out enough chains? Alright, take that! What's that? An earthquake? Ah! Nice job, blonde hair. We got the sniper. He caused an earthquake by suddenly increasing the gravity of this area. The underground route's clear. Let's hurry. Wait, something doesn't feel right. Hey, blonde hair, that's enough. We already got the sniper. You keep shaking this place, we're gonna be in danger too. What are you talking about? That wasn't me just now. What? Then who's causing this earthquake? CSC levels rising. COs, they're coming from the ground. Okay, Roaring. Just a little more. More! Ah, my legs. Pesky Blondie. No need. Go around. Target small girl in the back. Grab her. The CO has just suddenly appeared. What's going to happen to the match now? How should I know? Stop talking and let's deal with the small ones first. Only counters can stop COs, which means it's up to you and me. Little Ken, it's too dangerous for you, so fall back. As I'm going just pure Scottish now. Something's not right. What do you mean something's not right? COs aren't attacking factory and are only attacking us. What? You CO bastard! What the hell are you doing now? I'm doing what I must, human. I decided now is the appropriate time. Appropriate time? Do you know how expensive it is to host a gauntlet? Are you going to ruin this match? According to the observational results, humans love violence. So this is the best timing. When violence is happening. Listen carefully, CO. Minimize the damage on our side. And since this is already happening, make sure to finish it. Laka, over here, this way! What happened? We don't have much time left. Thanks to the spider mines that clearing the way. Fletcher and Mr. Great S Cleaning Agent are heading towards the base. If we hurry, we might catch up to them. Huh? For every 3 shots, 1 shot sounds heavy. It's the opponent's sniper. I think he set up a sniping post somewhere on the roof. Then, isn't Felice in danger? We have to hurry. Luca, I'll share the location of where Arachnid's last signal was detected. Weiner's disconnected his remote control, but he should be up on a roof nearby. Nice, Skinner. All right, we know the sniper's position, so this is bad. The CO just had to appear now. Watch out, Goon. Just from the size, he's no ordinary CO. He's at least a great Category 3. Category 3? She's not gonna give up, is she? Then go defeat a Category 3. Category 3 CO? Yes, even coming across one is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Not so much now. Luca, you go on ahead. Only a counter can stop a CO, right? If Roy and Shuan are in the same situation, they would have done the same. Good, are you? I'm a counter too, so let me do my part. Are you sure? I thought you were injured. Challenge accepted. I'll be fine even if I retire here. Let's go help Fletche's dream come true. Damn it, okay. I'll leave the rest huh? CO suddenly disappeared? Huh? Did my angel finally hear my prayers? Who cares if it was an angel or not? Run! We can't lose this opportunity! Noel Wright. You seem to have learned how to devote yourself to cherishing your relationships. Even without my help. I'm sure you can make that wish come true. But everything is according to the script. The power must not be revealed to the world yet. No one should know until the story reaches its end and the curtain falls. And the hell do you... I'm gonna say, do you know what fucking Noel is? Shouldn't you also hide your identity as well, Harvester? The role I gave you was a hermit. Why are you going off script? I want to hear an answer from you. Humans do not act without something in return. Humans act on profit. So I decided that this moment is beneficial to us. You seem to be able to make human-like judgments now. Very well. Come to think of it. When the world changed and the Seraph descended to Earth, you were also there. Whether that was your will or your kind's will, targeting that child can't be a coincidence. Much like the black and white, light and shadow, or even the two sides of the one coin. You two are the complete opposite, yet are drawn to each other. That means you're also beings created by the law of creating a world. Of course. You are nothing more than the residue created by the reactions of that power. CO! Answer me, CO! This is not ordeal! Now answer me! The law of creating a world. I do not understand your words. What is that? It doesn't matter if you understand or not. What's important, however, is that you interrupted me from attaining it. That is why you're about to face an ending like this.
みんな結果が全てです。
あなたたちは俳優の前でとても多くのことを見せてくれました。
マナーを知らない監督にはこれが効くでしょう。
Let's see. Hey, here comes Dragon Boy. death. After Moneybags does the I am rich attack. It's the end for you now. I applaud you for having become incomparably stronger than when I first met you. I'm sure it's due to mimicking information from various entities and collecting their possibilities. However, it was not enough to take me on. Kill you! I kill you! Swan! Swan clear! Not me. We will never forget. Well, people have always been envious and jealous of me. Though you are mere residue. I'm sure you have some value. So while I head towards the grave of endless snow, please take on this new role. Grave of endless snow? If you truly wish to kill me, use your death to convey it to your counterparts. Charlotte City's Management Development Site, Sector E7, F23. It is said that special possibilities slumber in a remote cabin there. Special? Harvester, your new role now is the Desperate. It means sacrifice and love, and loss. Through you, all the main characters on stage will finally gather in one place. Everything according to the script.
すべては脚本通りにお気に入りのエンディングでしたでしょうか
To my dear friend. I feel like I'm only halfway through this. 3 days earlier, October 22nd, 1888, London, 21 Baker Street. Alberline, there's some kind of letter wedged in the door gap. A letter? That's impossible. This hideout is within a curio to hinder people's perceptions. An ordinary person can't recognize it. Furthermore, there is no one who would be able to send me any letters. Well, I'm not curious about your personal relationships. But look, there really is a letter here for you. Wait, this letter... Let's see. To my dear friend. This wasn't sent to you. Guess it's a delivery mistake. Huh? Ahem. I take it back. This letter is for me. It's a letter that I've been anticipating for a very long time. What, you think he doesn't have friends? Go like, oh, this letter ain't for you. Like, the fuck, bitch? You never get out of that armchair until it's late at night. But you're quick to snatch it away from me. A fan letter of yours? Who's it from? In 3 days. Right. So the day is going to be in 3 days. The day? Swan, do not forget what I'm about to tell you right now. I can't stress how important it is. Important? October 25th, 1888, Golden Dawn's Underground Temple. In London. London Easton, as we say. Lieutenant Alberine, we have supplied all of the officers with Manstone bullets. We're ready to enter when you give us the order. Very well. So, the time has come for me to finally settle this ill-fated relationship with Professor Moriarty. Attention all officers! I am Lieutenant Frederick Alberline, the one in charge of this case by royal decree. I'm sure you all know who I am. With the recent Midnight Killer cases, Scotland Yard's reputation has plummeted. In just 1 month, 4 women have fallen victim, and society is in chaos. Riots are constantly breaking out on the streets. And even now, the royal family is being threatened. In other words, London is on the very verge of being engulfed by a fog of madness. Yet, you all stand here today. No matter the blames, the sneers, and the insults you have all received. Every officer who has stood their guard and held on to their beliefs. I mean, every officer here, yes. And now, in this moment, the opportunity has come to cleanse that shame. With each one of your beliefs, this case will reach a turning point. So that in the future, there will be no shame in the cynical records of history. I expect all officers to do their best in this situation. So, I ask all officers to enter the sound of the gunshot. So you timed that, huh? I applaud your acting. But all the information about what happens in London is in the palm of my hands. For instance... Oh, shit. The church you are impersonating no longer exists on the London map. It collapsed after being caught up in the riots a few days ago. So, who are you? Are you the actress that comes to my mind right away? I'm very curious. Who are you to that man? If you die, what kind of expression will he make? Let's find out, Colonel. Yes, sir. Colonel. Colonel John Watson! What are you doing? Oh shit, it's Watson. 3 years. Since London's shadow incident, and working under you, doing all your dirty work. I was able to endure these 3 years, just for this moment. Shadow incident? Then, are you... You can't be the Nemesis's trap! Since when? Freeze! Arrest all the cultists in the temple! This is our last chance to catch the Midnight Killer! Don't miss any evidence, no matter how trivial! The Magnus Tempus has been Tempori has been shot! Magister, yes. The police have ambushed the temple! Release the Nigaros! Or whatever the hell, the Najaros, whatever the fuck you pronunciate it as. Bring in the monsters to protect the priest! Shoot them all. Shoot every last one of them. God! You arrived just in time, my friend. Great work. It must have been agonizing 3 years. It must have been an agonizing 3 years, my old friend. But it's all over now. Admit your defeat, Professor Moriarty. So this was your plan. I would have never imagined the Colonel would be a spy. It's elementary, my dear Professor. 3 years ago, it was our utter defeat during the Shadow Incident in London. Casualties were in the hundreds. And it was the start of the discrimination against the supernaturals. Oh damn, it was that bad, huh? So, we devised a plan to defeat you. Who was behind it 3 years ago? Hundreds of casualties during the Shadow Incident, huh? It was done so that we could catch you off guard when it was most important. So, I've been played all this time. I heard your assistant left town after he got married. Was that false information? It was. Because unlike me, my friend here wasn't exposed to the public. And being an excellent sharpshooter, he was the perfect fit to be for you as you preferred soldiers. But then again, you weren't so easy. In order to not raise any suspicion, my friend had to do all your dirty work. And with everything falling into place, you are now rolling in the dirt as a result. Now it's time for you to face the law for your misdeeds, James Moriarty. The law? Interesting. What about your precious partner? Murder, arson, drug smuggling? For the past 3 years, he has also committed all manners of crime under my order. Of course, all due to your brilliant plan. I'm curious how you feel about all this. What was it like to have your friend turned into a criminal yourself? Shut up. I chose to do it because I wanted to. I'll also receive my punishment after all this is over. Yeah, but there's the lake music again. But before that, I'm putting you and the Revenger The Revenger on death row is first. So, you wanted to do it. Do what thou will, for it shall be thy law. I'm sure you know this too, my nemesis. What I want is not preserving my worthless life. What? It's not my preference to step forward, but I'll have to make an exception. Alberline? Swan! Seeing that face, my prediction was right. It seems as this poor actress is someone terribly important to you. Isn't that right? Don't shoot, Watson! Snap out of it! I know you've been searching for her for a long time, but you must choose! If we let him live, Moriarty will use her as a hostage to try and escape! Trust me, like you always have. Alright. Yeah. What do you think? It is the staff. It's one of the potent curioses owned by the Golden Dawn. With this amount of power, I could wipe everything off clean. You and all the evidence left in this facility. How short-sighted. You won't be safe either if you use that. Huh. My life is running out anyway. It's a shame that I won't be able to witness what the Golden Dawn will bring to this world, but there is only one sacrificial offering left for the Angel's descent. Magnum Opus. So the Midnight Killer, my final masterpiece, will no longer be bothered. I'll take everyone here down with me. Alberline, I'm alright. So hurry! Let's see if you have the guts to do it. Because I'm prepared to accept my death if it is for the public good. Yes. There is no one who entertains me as much as you. Then, I won't say no. No! Alberline! Location is not important when expressing condolences to those who have been sacrificed. Wyler's been put back into jail, just like you wanted. Even John and Marley will have a hard time getting him out now. No, better yet. There won't be a reason for sponsors to hire him anymore. I'll let you have a minute. Thank you, boss. Crying and shit. I never thought I'd encounter a famous actress here. I remember you. The first time we met, it was so loud with all those reporters, but now it's silent. For some reason, I also believe we have met before. This place originally used to be a graveyard for those who died in the Great Purification War. However, because some people prefer to be buried near their families, a second general use graveyard was built nearby. Do you happen to have a family member who died in the war by chance? No. I'm here to express my condolences to those who have sacrificed their lives. I enjoyed watching the semi-final match. You commanded those inept soldiers quite well. Thank you. But if you could see that they were inept, it's my fault I couldn't do better. Are you saying I'm fucking Alberline? Too much responsibility can be poisonous. Or I'm just reminding you of Alberline. Then again, all these fucking possibilities. No, that wouldn't make sense because corruption syndrome doesn't affect me. Never mind. Disregard that theory. And your goals are clear, are they not? I believe you are merely catching your breath for the time being, for you have a heavier burden to carry later. Forgive me for prying. Then, I look forward to the finals. Now, if you'll excuse me. Now that you mention it, I've been thinking that someone has been secretly helping me out recently. For instance, an issue that occurred during the qualifiers that was resolved one step ahead. At another time, the COs that were attacking us suddenly disappearing. Even a Category 3 CO that I was expecting to appear did not show up. I think that you're the one who's been secretly assisting us. May I ask why? Well, I was merely rooting for you. Because I'm a fan of yours. Does that answer your question? I appreciate your support, but I won't be able to give you an autograph. How unfortunate. Perhaps I can change your mind with a bit of advice. No, all right. Do not trust her so much. Do what thou will, for it shall be the law. Ah, the fucking... half of the temple was obliterated. Such incredible power. I can't believe he kept a secret weapon like this until the end. And the two of us who got caught up in the explosion, should be... Huh? You fooled me again, Alberline. You didn't say that it would be this dangerous. Look at my dress. It's all burnt and a mess. Forgive me, Swan. But if I told you about the Professor's curio, I thought your acting would falter. Who do you think I am? I'm London's best prima donna. You know there is no script too difficult for me. I was a fool to worry about you for even a moment, my friend. But I should still ask. How'd you get away from that explosion? Elementary, my dear friend. I knew from the start that the embattled... Oh, god damn it. The embattled Professor Moriarty would target Swan. Professor Moriarty was convinced that she was important to me. But as always, confidence is poisonous and clouds judgment. I informed Swan of this fact ahead of time and told her to act as a hostage. So that right before he activated the Crucio, there will be an opening. An opening. It's the mirror. I used the mirror to imitate the spotlight and shine it on Professor Moriarty. It's a frequent technique used to express the climax on stage. I see. So that flash wasn't from the Professor's curio, but from Swan's. After blinding him with the stage light, you went to save Swan. But Professor Curio did activate. So you couldn't have avoided that explosion. You're correct. There was nothing I could do about that. So I had to use this umbrella I've been saving all along. Wait. The umbrella is a Crucio? I didn't know that. I love how they use Crucio as artifacts or whatever. Have you been keeping that a secret from me all this time? For some reason, this feels familiar. You have a long way to go. You still have a long way to go. I didn't really keep it a secret, however. Think about it. Why would I carry an umbrella even if it wasn't raining outside? Yeah. Moriarty has always been threatening your life. In the end, you blocked his Curcio, so it appears you use it appropriately. Correct. Since it has served its purpose, it is now just an ordinary umbrella. Anyway, you truly are astonishing. It's been 3 years since the incident, and yet you're still the same. I'll take that as a compliment. But I couldn't have defeated Professor Moriarty on my own. I could have died here for all I know. If you and Swan weren't here, that is. Allow me to express my gratitude to both of you. Stop it. I'm not happy at all, even if I get a compliment from you, Cinderace. And like I said before, this isn't just your case anymore. Nothing has been resolved, so save those words till after it's over. Now that I think about it, I haven't introduced myself yet. I'm John Watson. I'm a former soldier, and yeah, your senior, so to speak. Senior? My friend, you still haven't... Lieutenant Alberline, I'm here to report back on the results of the investigation. We have searched the temple thoroughly and secured the evidence, but there seems to be no list. It seems one of the cult members took it and fled during the operation. This is troublesome. My friend, what do you plan on doing now? Unfortunately, I don't know much about the Revenger. I thought Moriarty would catch on to me if I delved in too deeply. No. You did good. Why are you against that? Professor Moriarty is a meticulous man. If you questioned him, your life would have been in danger. Also, you don't have to worry about the list. We already have it. What? There's no one who could treat London's best prima donna so harshly as you do. Even if it was me, memorizing a list with more than 1,000 followers in just a few seconds wasn't easy. It was really, really hard! Great work. You did... You didn't miss anything, did you? Pfft, you're doubting my skills again. The 1,536 cult names, addresses, and even their date of births. I have it all in my head. Over 1,000 members, huh? Class 2 administrators, cult seniors have a code to prove their identity. Administration, Direct Control City, Chamber, third dimensional ship platform. Thank you for your patience, Senior. Fucking yawning. Anyway, we've already prepared a private plane for you. It's time for you to return to Charlotte. While you were away, you were contacted by Ground 1's administrator. What would you like to do? Renee called. Connect her through. Long time no see, Richard. Last time we saw each other was back during the Supreme Administrator meeting, wasn't it? Don't you think it's rude to not even show your face when I come all this way to Charlotte? Well, it seems you're quite free in these busy times. Didn't you complain last time during the meeting about how there's not a day that goes by without trouble for Ground 1? Just know that your employees will slack off if you don't do your duties. I see you haven't changed at all. I saw the report. You really caught that crazy terrorist this time, huh? Yes, her interrogation just finished, and we're transferring her to a quarantine facility. Is something bothering you? You know, it's just how you caught her that I can't get my mind off of. The report says that First Wing was arrested due to the internal conflict caused by within Six Wings. But we never received any information regarding the cause of the conflict, or who was responsible for arresting First Wing. Their leader and his bodyguard both appeared during the Quaffle game, and it just doesn't make any sense to me that someone so dangerous was off our radar. I admit there's something suspicious about the process. But capturing First Win is definitely a win that no one can deny. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong about that, I guess. But seriously, you think you would question the methods? You really think you would question the methods? You really would think that. But whatever, they wanna fucking do shit. Oh wow, there's a bunch of shit here, huh? Sorry, just looking through shit again. Yeah, this is a bunch of cool shit, huh? Anyway, alright. Let me adjust my freaking body here. Alright, let's see. Did I crack my neck too? Yep, I did it wrong. Oh, my yawning. Fucking yawning. Anyway. Dying anyway. Also, the prison this terrorist will be locked up in has the highest security level of the administration. Escaping that place is impossible. Unless a very pissed off Valkyrie comes in and just trashes the place. Because that does fucking happen. More often than you think. Escaping there is impossible. Man, if you were alive, I would like to see the look on your face when you hear that fucking prison you think is inescapable got broken into. I really would have liked to hear and see that. I think it would have been hilarious. My yawning needs to not. Seriously, god damn it. Alright, and almost done with what I'm doing on the side here. Okay, we're done now. For now, anyway. You don't seem convinced. If you have any questions, ask First Wing in person. I'll notify the personnel over at the facility beforehand. Forget it. I didn't mean to say that I don't trust your competence. Then, I'll see you again at the next meeting, Richard. That took a little longer than I expected. How's the match going? See for yourself. Administration Direct Control City, Charlotte, the Gauntlet League Finals. Shut up, Asmodeus! How dare you look down on us like that? Hold on, is that a cold case? Why'd you have that? That thing was... You asked if I thought my parents were innocent, right? Well, this is my answer. My mother never handed anything over to those snowmen. So, it's time for you to rot in hell, Asmodeus! There's no way! A lightning bolt suddenly struck the roof of the Alphatrix building. Literally a bolt out of the blue. Was it pure coincidence or was it something else? What happened to the base? Everyone's okay, right? Wouldn't lightning bolt instantly kill anyone, even if they were counters? Looks like it wouldn't even leave a trace. What's gonna happen to the match now? Hey, look, I found something. Guys, go check out the replay. Before the lightning bolt hit, her shield changed shape. That's right, you mean Felice did that, right? Maybe people were right about Felice being a counter? Wait, isn't that also considered an intentional attack? If that's considered an intentional attack, what happens next? Whoa, did Carly Squad just assassinate the champion? Canary Squad just assassinate the champion. Impossible. How? I know I provoked you into revealing your claws, but I never imagined you prepare a surprise party like that for me. I knew there was something special about you. You really know how to entertain me, don't you? Asmodeus? You know, you're using the zoom lens wrong. Sure, it may look incredible in the eyes of the ordinary. Yeah. But if you really wanted to kill me, then you should have done more research on the cold case instead of training. So, no more surprises? That's a shame. Well, I guess it's time I take you all down now. No. Huh? You're still standing? You got some grit for someone who looks like a total goon. I can't let someone like you win! Huh? Meanwhile, Charlotte's G Stadium. You were suppressing its output, but it's not enough. That sniper, she's incredible. She wasn't like this the last time we fought against her. What's wrong, Deputy? No way. In the moment of crisis, Noelle's miraculously back in action. She's giving Asmodeus a hard time on her own? That's amazing! Asmodeus especially was never attacking to begin with. Her style is an all-round defense with her whip sword, slowly trapping her opponents as if sinking in their claws, then pulling her targets in before they have a chance to react. But Noelle's attacks seem to be 3 steps ahead of her. What? Noelle's that strong? No. This feels different from facing a formidable opponent. I can't really explain it myself, but it's like... Oh, though Noelle fought hard, Asmodeus has defeated her. However, thanks to Noelle, she bought the Canary Squad time to resupply. Who will come out as the winner of this match? Sensitive audiences might have felt unearnest. Noelle, right. Maybe I should be relieved of this outcome. If you had defeated Asmodeus then, I would have had to force you out of that match. But you also would not have wanted that. The main stage is just a step away. With the administrator's intervention, you will become the champion without a doubt. So now, I guess it's time for me to deal with the remaining MacGuffins here. MacGuffins? Meanwhile, Charlotte's Platinum Actors Entertainment Press Conference. So, in today's press conference, on behalf of Swan, I'll be... Is it true Swan Claire just announced to take a break from work? It's already her 3rd break since her debut. What's her agency doing about this? Well, first turn off that camera, please. I'll explain everything so that everyone can understand. What will happen to the series Swan was working on? There are rumors that tomorrow's episodes will be the last. Is that true? Other sources tell me that the sponsor was thinking of a second season from the time they signed the contract. For that, the director and the sponsor made an agreement on their own, and without Miss Swan's knowing. Some say she's taking a break from the shock of her love interest, Ryler, being in prison. Does the agency have a comment on that? Is that true? So, how am I supposed to know that, you bastards? I'm a victim too. How am I supposed to know what she's thinking or doing? I don't know. Fucking bitch. 1 hour later, Charlotte HG Stadium, Gauntlet League's closing ceremony. Where they won! Hooray! Things won't change right away. But the citizens of Charlotte won't forget what happened in this year's Gauntlet League. Or the smile on Felice's face. That innocent, pure fucking smile. But then again, isn't that enough for now? Yes. Sponsors will stop their backdoor deals after today. I will withdraw the decision made during the last meeting. It is an honor to finally greet you in person, Supreme Administrator. I'm amazed at how you won the league in such a short amount of time with such limited personnel. Even if it wasn't as strong as Colonel Walker. Even if she wasn't as strong as Colonel Walker, who participated in the Quaffle game. Your opponent was still was a counter with a Great S title. It was only possible because it was the Gauntlet. And that's what makes the Gauntlet entertaining. Ha! Indeed. But that artifact, did you know about it beforehand? I assumed it will be okay to use it on such a formidable opponent, but I did place some safety measures just in case. We cannot let bloodshed ruin a festival, no? Absolutely not, I agree. I also heard that the brothers infiltrated the finals. Perhaps you should check up on that. The brothers? Oh. I assume that's Platina's doing. Seeing how they mobilized in times like this. Supreme Administrator, I heard something ominous from a member of Six Wings we captured recently. As this is confidential information, I would like to report it to you at Charlemagne's city management. We would be meeting for the delivery of the league's prize as the winner. And for the return of the seized items. Very well, have it prepared. Thank you. Then if you excuse me, I must get going for the award ceremony. Then I'll be waiting for your call. Are we gonna see him dead? Get assassinated by Swan? Fine, whatever. Just let me ask you one question. The location where that woman met, and I met after the Quaffle game. Anything is fine. But did she ever tell you about what that place is? Yes, sir. Then I'll just send you the coordinates of this corruption area. Wait, Swan, I think you're mistaken. What's wrong? The coordinates you gave aren't in a corrupted area. The place was one of the last strongholds defended by multinational coalition forces during the Purification War 20 years ago. The location. Yes, now I seem to understand. Swan wasn't mistaken. Surely in some way, on that day, a date of corruption occurred. It completely changed all the past records and related memories. Come to think of it, now it makes sense how Swan was able to lure member of Six Wings to that location. It was there that a phenomenon that changed the entire world happened. And the only way to check it is to confirm it with the original uncorrupted information. Remote access to Terra Brain Terminal confirmed. Access granted from Hive Control complete. View information. List all casualties in the Great Purification War. Warning. Keywords include information belonging to Administration's Legacy database. To view, an authorization code of Class 2 or higher Administrator is requested. Please enter the code. Class 2 Administrator Richard Weiner confirmed. Access approved. There's too much data. It will take quite some time to check every single one. But if my guess is correct, 20 years ago, the place my unit defended during the Great Purification War, that village and its villagers. This is tiring. But I must tell the Supreme Administrator about this change. So, huh? Too slow, Richard Weiner. Both arriving here and reaching the truth. Yep, and dead. Nothing has changed. Not then, not now. So confirmed, Swan did kill Richard. November 8th, 1888, London at the Whitechapel. Wait, what the fuck, Mary? You're alive? I'll be done after I finish this. Adjusting well. Being in charge of the laundry's hard work. It's fine, I'm almost done. Anyway, Miss Angelina. Really? Wow. It looks like there's a lot of laundry today. Wait a fucking minute. Is that who I think it is? Didn't you say that you used to work at a theater? I thought you would have a hard time with the sudden hard labor, but you seem to adjust quite well. The staff at the theater also had to do a lot of heavy lifting, so I'm used to it. But the theater is gone now. Oh my. I'm sorry for bringing it up. But then I'll help out. Let's get this done and clock off together, okay? The London streets are a bit chaotic these days, including the Midnight Killer case. Okay, I'd like that. So Marie is alive. November 9th at the Whitechapel. How much longer is the royal family going to ignore the cries of the people? Give us the list of all those damn dirty supernaturals. Quarantine them from society and banish them. Don't they know what time it is? I mean, why are they doing this? Don't they know when to quit? Why are they so upset that they're about not being able to tear each other apart? After all, supernaturals are people like us. They're still people like us. It's not like they wanted to receive a mark. And normal people don't know whether they'll get one or either. Yep. Never know. I don't know. Maybe it's because their life is hard for everyone? The supply of mana stones is gradually decreasing, but the cost of living continues to go up. Fucking blowback from this thing. The wages being the same also don't help their situation. No matter how much time passes, life in the city won't change much. Yeah, I'm also at a loss as to how I should live from now on. When will all this commotion die out? Who knows? Who knows? Miss Angelina, which way are you going? I live here on Doran Street. I guess we should part ways here? Okay. Get some rest. I'll see you in the afternoon tomorrow. All right. Miss Angelina? Yes? What is it? Are you satisfied with the world as it is right now? Oh, you. What are you suddenly talking about? Because I wish the world would change. That's why it's necessary. To give offerings so an angel will descend onto this world. Oh, wait. That's the repulsive mark that's on your chest. With that repulsive mark that's on your chest. Are you Mary was the Midnight Killer all along? What? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Mary was the Midnight Killer all along. Oh, fuck. In the end, and his oath was in vain. Must be hard working so late. Sir, I thought you returned to your office after finishing your schedules. I have to take out the gear to award the gauntlet winner. The Supreme Administrator will be visiting early tomorrow morning, so I have no choice but to prepare beforehand. I see. Because the Senior's authority is required to take out the gear from the armory. You should go home. We might be busy starting tomorrow. Class 2 Administrator confirmed. Richard Weiner. Access granted to the armory. Richard Weiner. You were gravely injured after losing a battle during the Great Purification War, where you participated as a commander. As time passed, you vowed to never forget the mistakes you made in the past, when you were appointed as a Class 2 Administrator. So you imparted the Senior Code, the mark of a Class 2 Administrator, in your eye. You vowed to see those who died in battle with the eye you lost in the war, and you'll never forget them. Even your determination is rewritten with other information. Data corruption is truly scary. In your own way, you acted meticulously. I have worked with you for quite some time, but I could never imitate how you activate your codes. But I could never imitate how you activate your code, for you never showed me. But since I have now seen how it is activated, the head is no longer needed. So, this is the Presto Alterurium reactor produced by Alphatrix. And this is the Wolf's Tech Level 5 gear, Droma. Preparing the awards with equipment confiscated by a coffin company. So Richard and the Administrator already predicted who'd be the champion. An imitation of Chorus Wave Amplifier, the Converter. The Presto Alterurium reactor, which provides power to the Converter. And the Wolf's Blood on Droma. Yes, with these three. I can lure the one by creating a coalpha factor wave. Just like how the waves Knights of Redemption did. The false god who have lost all intelligence and was reduced to a monster. A few hours later... You're here. We've been waiting for you. The Senior's office is just inside. Sir, your guests have arrived. Sir? I don't think he's in. Did he step out for a minute? No, of course not. If something came up, he would have told me first. Can you open the door for us, please? The door seems to be locked. Hold on. I'll go get the keys. Sir? Where's his head? What's happened to him? Boss, this looks like... Mina, go call our employees. It looks like we'll be busy soon. 1 hour later, finally we get to see what happened after that. Administrator Direct Control City, Charlotte, Airport 2. Airport Terminal 2. Identification complete. Have a nice trip, Miss Swan. I will. Thank you. Did you see that? She just smiled at me. It's odd that such a well-known person is traveling alone without a manager. She mentioned how she's going to take a break from acting after this one, right? Maybe she's going on vacation. Isn't Lotus pretty dangerous to go on vacation, though? Even the residents are trying their best to move away. It's perfect for avoiding people. She must struggle a lot with all the paparazzi constantly chasing her. You're really smitten, aren't you? Yes, Commander? Oh. I didn't think you'd pick up. This is unexpected. Well, you were shameless enough to call, so I'm being shameless in picking up. What do you want to talk about? You really stirred things up before you left. I never expected you to take care of Charlotte H. Sr. in that matter. I'm not a fan of people prying on me, including that coy little retriever of yours. You're quite emotional. We must have upset you deeply. Everything is according to plan. My emotions have never swayed from the script. But that answer is still not enough for me to help understand one thing. I'm sure you recognize the Supreme Administrator's identity that day. Going for the Administrator would have been easier than going through all the security to eliminate the Senior, am I wrong? You act like you knew everything, and now you're just another child full of curiosity. I didn't want to. Is that enough of a reason for you? You were looking for him so hard, and he's sure to be an obstacle in your play. It's fine. I prefer him to survive and watch. Watch the things I'm about to accomplish. I'd like to ask a question now, Commander. Which one are we about to experience? A thrilling chase or a mystery crime? Unfortunately, I won't be playing any role this time. Your mistake will come and haunt you at the most inconvenient moment. Do you think he can get in my way? You know he can't do anything by himself. You're a very talented actress, Swan. You never fail to give an amazing performance, no matter the circumstances. But a masterpiece isn't created by an actress alone. Then we shall see. If that great director you trust so deeply can steal the spotlight from an actress. The stone was red, like flesh. It is a stone of courage, friendship, solidarity, and joy. November 9th, 1888, London, Whitechapel at midnight. Because I wish the world would change. That's why it's necessary. To give offerings so that an angel will descend to this world. With that repulsive mark that's on your chest. What? That's a prima donna mirror fragment? Then that means... I didn't want to believe it. No. It's because I didn't believe it that I accepted this role. So it was really you, Mara Jade. Or rather, should I call you the Midnight Killer? Swan Claire? Yes. And the reason you're here means that everything is according to the script. It was a mistake. I should have killed you at the theater that day, just as Moriarty planned. The theater? You upset me by saying this has nothing to do with me. I'm your personal staff, and you're the prima donna that represents our theater. What? Call it deceit or fraud, I really don't care. Because you are always shining so brilliantly up on stage. Yes, you're literally a swan. What are you talking about? You're making no sense! You saved me that time! You said that I shouldn't give up and get on stage. And most of all, you said that you were my fan. I lied. What? Do what thou will, for it shall be thy law. I also wanted something, and if you interfere, I won't forgive anyone, even you. So... Now, Watson! The sniper? Was that also a trick? Mary? Is that the real you? Out of the way! Ah! Bollocks, did I miss? No, you got her. It would have been troublesome if she had died here on the spot. Attention all officers waiting on the scene. Immediately block all the streets of the Whitechapel and cut off the Midnight Killer's escape route. Release the military dogs and let them track down the culprit's blood scent. Give it your all. This will be our last chance to catch the Midnight Killer. Hey, are you insane? You're letting the criminal go and releasing the hounds on her? My mind is clear as ever, my friend. The Midnight Killer has been gathering the marks of her victims. That means that the location to perform the ritual is set. And all the marks will also be there. And if we do not completely remove them, the same thing will continue to happen. The Golden Dawn's remnants might create another Midnight Killer. Is that it? But the Midnight Killer is in possession of the mirror. Isn't it too much of a risk to let her go? It'll be alright. Panorama is a crucio that imitates appearances for deception, but it can't disguise the scent of blood. That's what the military dogs are for? You predicted this would happen? I understand. Then I'll go after her first. Apologies, Swan. Perhaps I did give you a risky role after all. I was convinced I knew who the culprit was when we found the mirror fragment at the third murder scene. But the only ones who could have had access to the mirror Crescentia would be the theater staff. But because of that mirror, it was meaningless to catch the killer red-handed. Even if her identity was exposed, she could have changed appearances and slipped past our investigation. As you may have already guessed, the person was not Mary Jane in the first place. My investigation showed that the real Mary Jane went missing 3 years ago, not long after the Shadow incident broke out. Professor Moriarty must have taken the Midnight Killer under his wing after hearing about the incident. Also, there was another thing I found out. The real Mary Jane was blind since birth. I assumed that she was the first victim to the Midnight Killer. Then, the number of marks the killer has collected becomes 5. I know. I know who that woman is. She's definitely in my memory. That woman is... All must be finished to see her again. To summon an angel to this earth. The last sacrifice. It's the end of the line, Midnight Killer. You're surrounded. And don't try any funny business. The murder weapon was never found, but the Midnight Killer's MO was using a sharp metal blade. However, the scar size and shape are all different. In other words, it wasn't a blade with a certain shape. The easiest case to think of it is that you are supernatural with the ability to manipulate metal. Of all the officers here armed with and all the officers are armed with mana bullets especially made for you. It will be impossible for you to curve the trajectory of the bullets, as the bullets are not made of metal. Surrender, Midnight Killer. The last victim you are after, Angelina Turner, is in the safe hands of Scotland Yard. In short, you'll never be able to complete this ritual. I see. Did you scheme all of this? Seeing how you know. I was only after a girl's mark that can only... I was after the girl's mark can only mean you figured out what the messages meant. I know too well of Professor Moriarty's methods. The messages left behind were enacted itself necessary for the ritual. For the ritual to succeed, you need the power manifested by the collective unconsciousness. The Midnight Killer is committing mysterious crimes throughout. You need to install fear into the minds of London's citizens. Even so, the messages weren't entirely meaningless, because the process was rather important for the ritual. I get it now. Those writings refer to a process. The Midnight Killer's collecting the marks of his victims according to a certain order. So, what is this process? It's elementary, my dear Swan. Magnum opus. The ritual is a pilgrimage to gold. A pilgrimage to gold? The sages of old made numerous attempts to find out the principles of how this world was created. To uncover the invisible thread that connects everything in this world. Alchemy is the same. This was a technique to transform useless metal into gold on the surface. However, the real goal was for the human soul to become immortal. Put simply, It's a technique to transform into a divine being. A seraph? You want to bring back a seraph, huh? And by divine being, you mean? Let her come through the first ordeal with me, as she will be silver. So will be a silver. Go through the second ordeal, for she will be sturdy like lead. Pass through the third ordeal, for she will become like tin that does not rust. Pass through the fourth ordeal, and she will become iron heated in flame. And the last would be gold. Isn't that right, Midnight Killer? Hold on, Alberline. I get that the Midnight Killer was performing some kind of alchemy ritual, but that alone lacks a correlation with the victims, doesn't it? How could Angelina, who was targeted as the last victim, be gold? Didn't I say, Swan? This world is connected by invisible threads. The human soul is not metal, that is just a symbol. Accordingly, the Midnight Killer's ritual procedures are based on classic astrology. Astrology? Astrology emphasizes the 7 celestial bodies that cannot be observed by the naked eye. For instance, if the sky is the stage, each celestial body is like a character. If you sort them in order of their longest orbital period, you get Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, Sun, Venus, Mercury, and the Moon. The repetition of this order is called the Chaldean order in astrology. Oh, right. I know that the Sun and Moon are not planets, Watson. The heliocentric theory is common sense. This is astrology. Hey, why are you looking at me and saying that? Anyway, every planet is represented with its own metals. And in order, it is lead, tin, iron, gold, brass, mercury, and silver. The metals written in the messages. Also, astrology sees the human body as a miniature microscope, whatever the hell that means. So, it is said that each body part is strongly influenced by the corresponding celestial body. Body parts, then? Yes. For example, the moon's influence is the chest. Also, the first victim, Mary, had a mark on her chest. She was born on June 30th, a Cancer. Cancer's ruling celestial body is the moon, and the moon's unique metal is silver. Let her come through the first ordeal with me and she'll be a silver. Then the metaphor is the message was referring to the plant's unique metal in the corresponding body part. The second victim, Honey Chapman, had a mark on her right knee. She was born on January 23rd in Aquarius. The ruling planet is Saturn and the metal is lead. The third and fourth victims are the same. Each had a mark on their left thigh and voice box, respectively. And they were Sagittarius and Aries. The ruling planets are Jupiter and Mars, and metals tin and iron. And the fourth... and the last victim you're after, she has a mark on her chest. The body corresponding to the sun is the heart. Her constellation was Leo, also gold. Yes. For the first murder victim you committed, Mary Jane is listed as missing, so there's no common way to confirm. But through the facility she grew up in, I was able to find out her birthday. Born on June 3rd, a Gemini. The ruling planet is Mercury. Its metal is also Mercury. She had a mark on her chest. Because the body part that Mercury influences is the one right below the neck. Is that so? Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, Sun, Venus, Mercury, and the Moon. Then again, Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, the Sun. The Chaldean order follows the orbital period and repeats itself. Oh, excuse me, god damn. I had to look at a message someone sent me quick. Meanwhile, I'm expecting some guy to pop up and I don't know when the fuck he's coming. In astrology, from Mercury to the Sun. In alchemy, from silver to gold. You are on a pilgrimage to summon a certain being. By murdering the victims with whom there was a certain casualty and offering their mocks a sacrifice. You are incredible. Being able to guess that much without knowing anything. I assume that your first murder from 3 years ago was probably done alone. After the second murder, the serial killing started to serve as the ritual. By your accomplice, Professor Moriarty. You're right. 3 years ago, I had a calling after I lost her. Every night before going to sleep, I could hear a whisper in my head. That I could meet her again if I offered the 6 dreaded marks scattered throughout the world. A calling. Yes. Moriarty said it was an angel, but it doesn't matter who or what it was. For anything that has the power to burn down this wretched world and recreate it, it will be an angel to me. I remember you. You're the one who painted portraits in front of the theater every day, right? You were always with your little sister. Though they didn't sell well, I liked your paintings. Do you remember me as well? Carlina? I haven't heard that name in a long time. Nobody but her would call me by that name. And until I'm reunited with her, I don't wish anyone to call me that. So, don't you ever say that name again, Swan. For now, I'm now just the Midnight Killer. Oh, shit! The Revenger. Alistine. Alistiner. Oh, fuck, this is this version of her. Oh, no! Man, every version of those two in every fucking world is tragic. Jesus Christ. I'm just gonna take a moment here. Jesus Christ. Every single fucking world that these two exist in. Every single fucking one. That is the name of the role I've given myself for the stage. Warning, an apocalypse to everyone in this world. I am fighting humans. Okay. In that case, every fucking universe that I mean, when they said they manipulated metal, I guess I kind of figured, like, I'm just like, oh, just like that one. And it's just like, oh, yep, you are that one. God damn it. Every fucking time. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing for the... Let's see. You know what? As a joke, let's use her. Richard Weiner. We met much earlier than we mentioned about the next meeting. Of course, I didn't expect you to meet you like here like this, but this case is frighteningly strange. The scene was closed off, and there wasn't even a single drop of blood from the headless corpse. It's as if his head was transported to another space. And this writing. Pass the fourth ordeal, and she'll become iron-heated in flame. Do what thou will, for it shall be thy law. What does it even mean? We found it, ma'am. The prime suspect. We found the prime suspect. What? Where? From the drama series. It just aired its last episode, and the meanings of the writing has been revealed. It's without a doubt our prime suspect is Swan. Swan Claire. Sharaday's movie actress and scriptwriters behind all of this. What? Drama series? Are you kidding me? What kind of nonsense is that? And here's Moore's. I sense the stench that should not exist. Will this realm reach the apocalypse as well? Like that time. Oh, wasn't that the scene at the beginning of episode 6? I mean 11? Yeah, this is the start of episode 11. Sector E7. We noticed an intruder left go off just now. What's wrong? It was nothing. A wild animal was trying to come in, so I handled it. I see. It's likely a corrupted area. Dispose of it as soon as... It's likely from a corrupted area. Dispose of it as soon as possible. I've received information from my kind. Deployment site, Sector E7F23. It is here. There. The special possibilities. A few hours later, Administration Direct Control City Lotus. The photo I requested on the Dark Network should have spread all over by Charlotte by now. The media will be busy with the scoop, and the authorities will be busy trying to avoid any responsibility. Also, fearful citizens will try to find someone to blame on it. Judging by how you're after me, it seems you have noticed the hints I left in the series. Now, I'd like to hear your thoughts. How is it? The situation I created, and also the scene in the series. Aren't they the same? The same? You're crazy. Swan Claire, you're surrounded! Stop running and surrender! Crazy, you say? Yes, perhaps I've gone insane a long time ago. Do what thou will, for it shall be thy law. If I hadn't gone insane about this one wish, I wouldn't have been able to endure it. Wish? Ugh! Her umbrella suddenly transformed into a sword! Be careful, we don't know her powers, so don't approach her carelessly. I feel sorry as a scriptwriter. With the end of the drama series, the audience will never know the true ending. But there is nothing to worry. Just one more step forward. And with that, the entire world will know what I prepared as a true ending for this world. Alright, yeah, going with Edel is a right move, because anti-everything that isn't a corrupted fucking being. Because fuck you, that's why. So I could have also went with the little sister / child. The betrayer, as they call her. Oh, good timing. I got a call. Oh, good timing. I got a call. What's going on? Did you find Swan? So he was an agent sent by the administration, just as I thought. Rene, senior of the administration. I guess this is the first time we're talking. How come you have that comms device, Swan? I didn't call you just to answer such an obvious question. I didn't mean to provoke you. I meant to warn you. You want to warn me? The senior's death was merely a warning. You'll meet a similar fate if you keep coming after me. So it was you who spread the photo. Why are you doing this? What's so important to you that you're willing to throw away all that wealth and fame you've achieved? I'm sure you're aware that wealth and fame are just a means to an end. And I doubt you're using them just to bring chaos to Charlotte, the Tree of Sephiroth. That should be enough of a clue, considering the presence of the man listening next to you. How did you... Everything is according to my script, Rene. You're one of many background characters of the script, but he has to become part of the audience and watch this performance from start to finish. Arrogant of you to think that everything will go according to your plan. Aren't you the same? You defy the rules by making this world and changing reality to form you into the form you want it to be. I didn't know I had a fan who was interested in me like this. Yes, I am your biggest fan and audience, which is why I was meaning to invite you to my performance one day. And finally, I have the chance to carry out my script. So, what are you trying to show me by going through all this? I will accomplish what you deemed impossible and gave up on. So I sincerely hope you reach the finale of this play. As a fan. Administrator Direct Control Lotus Grand Dimensional Crevice. Finally. This will be the last. The 6th Grand Dimensional Crevice is activated across the world, planting a mirror fragment that leads to the Quaffle dimension of the world, destroyed by the ignorant monarch in each of the Grand Dimensional Crevices. Alas, the moment where the Arc Seal is removed while linked to Therogrim's Quaffle dimension, just like what happened in London, the entire world will suddenly be engulfed by a Demon Lord's power. And the last key to removing the Arc Seal is... everything according to the script. Oh, ignorant monarch, with this, the contract is... Well. Don't you think matches fixed with a script are kind of boring? A game is interesting because of all the variables. Yeah, like those canary chicks. Oh, Osmodius, interesting. Osmodius? Nice to meet you, Swan. I'm a huge fan of yours. So, I'd like to ask you for an autograph, but... guess now's not a good time, right? Well, shit, I didn't knew this was a matchup. Obviously, I know she failed. But that's interesting. Osmodius actually encounters her. Oh, it's connected right to it. Alright. Honored One. At times, characters deviate from the creator's intentions to chart their own path. And obviously, my foe is Osmodius. So I think I'll go... I should probably put Hyde first, and then... 2 different snipers would make the best sense. We'll go with a replacer queen. Alright, continue. What an unexpected turn of events. Or is this too fate? The last to stand in my way had to be you, a Leo. Not even half a day has passed since the senior's death. How did you get here so quickly? Well, didn't you already make a mistake before that? A mistake? I had a strange experience a few days ago, where a counter side effect occurred in Charlottade's Grand Dimensional Crevice. Someone took care of it instead of me. I was glad at the time because it was one less annoying chore off of my list. But the more I thought about it, the weirder it got. No one in Charlotte's foolish enough to give out favors without something else in return. So, when I heard Richard was dead, I could get here right away. If the culprit who's impersonating me killed Richard, then this person must have similar business in the grand dimensional crevices of the other cities, no? But there are 5 other grand dimensional crevices besides Charlotte. How did you know I would target the one in Lotus? Oh, that? Just a hunch. Woman's intuition, if you will. Who cares, though? I got it right, didn't I? That's interesting. It seems my interpretation of you was wrong. I should have paid more attention while acting as you. So, are you going to avenge Richard? That doesn't seem like you, though. Avenge? I'm not sure about that. Then again, no one in the real world acts exactly like characters in a play, right? He was an annoying guy. He always nagged at me as if I was still a young child. Like we didn't know he was an ex-soldier. Still stuffy, you know? It would have been a win-win for everyone involved if he took some bribes and helped out the companies, didn't you think? But still. No. That's exactly why this damn city needs someone like him. Well, that's enough of sentimental stories for the day. We're both busy, no? How arrogant. Even if you are an administrator's confirmed Great S counter, it'll prove difficult to take me on by yourself. Plus, you have laid down your title as a champion. What more meaning would the dishonorable name Asmodeus have now? Honor? I'm a little disappointed in you as an entertainer. You earn honor, not protect it. And matches are more fun when you're the challenger and not the champion, you know?
パラソルはいりませんか？あなたたちは俳優の前でとても多くのことを見せてくれました。家族ここでは少しもう一度静かにさせてあげます。消えなさい。消えなさい。消えなさい。ふわりさん、痛いですよ。大丈夫。消えなさい。出力係数最大値。静かにさせて防衛ラインに突破ください。防衛ラインに突破。痛いですよ。防衛ラインに突破しライン。その終わりがすでに予想していました。
Well, I guess if you're from an alternate world London, that explains the background in your ultimate now. Very interesting indeed. As expected, Asmodeus. Your defense is the strongest I've faced on this performance. However... She suddenly hit the ground? Is this... It is. Your weakness was revealed to the world through that game. If both your legs aren't on the ground, even your defenses can't hold. Ha! You gotta be kidding me. Seems like I'm being underestimated. Sorry to burst your bubble, but this isn't the gauntlet, so I don't need to hold back. Alright, let's do this! As expected, you are about to unleash your armament. What? The reason you didn't give your best from the beginning was because you wanted to gauge your opponents and enjoy the fight. But like you said, this isn't the gauntlet. So, you're simply approaching this fight with a sense of victory as the reason you will lose. Is this my sword? An unusual sword, but I've seen enough of it to know how to use it. Then... It's my principle not to spare anyone who has seen me behind the stage, but since you've entertained me, I'll let you live on a whim. The main performance will soon start anyway. This will be the last one. I have placed a mirror fragment in all the grand dimensional crevices that connect to the Coawful dimension. Now, through it. It won't be long before I remove the Arc Seal in the palace in the Shadow Palace's coordinates. Yes, I have come this far. I don't really like using mirrors to space jump, but now is not the time to indulge in luxuries like dimensional ships. This is Paranormal's world through the mirror, a part of a now forgotten world. Paranormal's world is a place of exile, reassembled by the Demon Lord's power and cut off from space and time. Here, I walk the path to my destination. The grave of endless snow. I wander aimlessly towards the Shadow Palace with my memories. And soon encounter this world's law, facing against a mirror image of yourself. Not even the mirror's owner is an exception. Do you really think this is the right thing to do? You already know the answer, Swan. The man is someone who will put the public's interest above all else. Even so that he'll give up his life for it. What are you doing here? What you are doing here, the man will not like it. No. This has nothing to do with the man. This is what I want. This is my wish and my choice. I promised to myself a long time ago that I would take on any villainous role to achieve this. You know that just as well as I do. In order to revert everything back, I need the power of an angel. For that, she will need to face herself. But the angel never appeared. What descended into our world wasn't an angel. You're right. The Golden Dawn ultimately failed to summon an angel. But that doesn't mean I should sit on my hands and do nothing like you. Everything according to the script. Now, please get out of my sight. The helpless and an unknown me. As the opening scene unfolds, the lead characters of the play start following the clues. Mirror. Trivial incidents spread like wildfire. Minor, my bad. And the audience will soon figure out the true villain that triggered this entire narrative. All the preparations are complete, ignorant monarch. When the trial that is yourself brings ruin to the world she chose, that is when she will realize who she is. And that is the end of Act fucking 3. That was actually pretty cool. Holy shit. Act 4, we're still in the modern age. Everything according to the script, and ending just as planned. Well, this will be interesting, because now we're in the territory of episode 11. Seeing her perspective on that fucking event. It's very interesting, honestly. I really do like this shit. Really do like this fucking story a lot. Oh, hold on. I just realized my fucking head was twisted around. What the fuck happened there? Oh, that was weird. I don't know why that did that, but okay. I don't know how long that was, but hey, if it looked like I was turning the fucking thing and reading, all the fucking fun for it, too. Alright, people. Well, that's all for right now. We'll continue that next week as we finish Swan Song and, then get prepared to do the Zodiac Knights event. It looks like in the proper order of things, but anyway. Good shit. Very good shit. Do it. I'm honestly more surprised by it. I really am. It's a really well done event so far, story-wise. That's what I like about Counterside. I like my story. The multiverse shit's pretty fascinating, too. Anyway. later today, the plan is to continue Assassin's Creed Odyssey. That's going to be on the Twitch only, though, because that's how Xbox streaming works. We're definitely going to be finishing up the Kofu DLC storyline, which was entertaining for what it is. Little side story, if you would. I got to finish my exploration of the island, too, before I really commit to that. And we'll kind of just go from there, considering... Oh, God. Considering I still have the whole Persian DLC story to go through and the Fate of Atlantis to go through. And then we'll be done with Assassin's Creed Odyssey, finally, after 5 fucking years. Not that I've been working on it the whole time. I have taken breaks here and there. And then I can finally move on to something else. Hooray! But it is what it is. Anyway, thanks for coming by, at least saying hello. I do appreciate it, guys. You have a good morning, evening, afternoon, whatever goddamn times you guys are in. And we'll see you all again next time, whenever the hell I stream. Anyway, so bye-bye. Have a wonderful time. We'll see you later.